You ever sit in a room, lights off, just listening to the hum of your own thoughts? Yeah, that's where I live most of the time. People see me outside, they think I'm fine, like I've got it all figured out. But inside, it's like carrying a storm that never ends. Funny thing is, when you're alone long enough, silence starts talking back. It whispers questions you don't want to answer. Like, why are you still here? Or, what's the point anyway? I'm not saying I've got answers. Hell, I don't. But maybe that's why I'm talking to you right now. Not to give you some fake comfort, not to play wise, but just to say, if your head feels heavy tonight, you're not the only one. You ever feel like your whole life is just borrowed time? Like every step you take is closer to a deadline no one told you about? I keep catching myself staring at clocks. Not because I care what time it is, but because I wonder how much I've already lost. The worst part, it's not the fear of dying. It's the fear of living in a loop. Waking up, pretending, collapsing, repeating. Like being stuck in a song that never ends, but the lyrics don't mean anything anymore. Sometimes I wonder, if I disappeared tomorrow, would the world even notice the silence I left behind? Or would it just keep spinning, pretending I was never here? You know what's darker than my own thoughts? The way people move around each other every day. Faces glowing with fake smiles, eyes empty like burned out lights. It's like we've all signed a contract. Don't show the cracks. Don't talk about the weight. Just keep walking. And so we march, silent soldiers in a war no one admits we're fighting. I watch strangers scrolling on their phones, laughing at nothing, chasing the next distraction. And I wonder, are they as hollow inside as I am? Or am I the only one who can't keep the mask from slipping? Sometimes I think the whole society is just a theatre. The stage looks bright, the costumes shine, but behind the curtains, it smells like rot. You ever notice how everything's for sale now? Not just clothes or cars, no, even our feelings. Pain gets turned into content, love into a slogan, loneliness into a trend. It's like the world figured out that suffering is profitable. So instead of healing, we perform it. Instead of connecting, we package ourselves into little boxes, profiles, feeds, stories. And people eat it up, right? We clap for broken souls as long as they make it look pretty. We don't care if someone's drowning, as long as their captions get enough likes to keep us entertained. Sometimes I think society doesn't want us cured. It just wants us marketable. You ever wonder who benefits from all this? The noise, the distractions, the endless chase for things we don't even need. It's not an accident, it's design. There are hands you never see pulling strings. They build the rules, they feed us illusions, and we keep dancing, thinking we're free. Freedom? That's the biggest joke. They don't have to lock us in cages anymore. They just teach us to love the cage. They make us crave the same poisons that keep us quiet. And the scariest part? Most people don't want to wake up. Because once you see the strings, you can't unsee them. You know what they've built? A system that eats you alive but makes you thank it while it's chewing. They drain our time, our energy, our hope, and then sell us the same hope back in smaller, cheaper pieces. I used to think I was different, that I could dodge the machine. But look at me now, same routine, same tired eyes, scrolling through feeds like everyone else, waiting for a hit of meaning that never really comes. It's crazy, right? We all feel like puppets, but still, we keep pulling our own strings tighter. And the worst part, I can't tell anymore if this exhaustion belongs to me Or if it was planted in me from the start. You know what hurts the most? It's not the strangers, not the system. It's the people who are supposed to matter. Family dinners filled with silence. Friends who vanish when your darkness shows. Lovers who promise forever, but leave when forever gets hard. We talk about connection like it's sacred, but most of it is just survival, isn't it? People hold on to each other not because of love, but because they're terrified of being left alone with their own shadows. And maybe that's the cruelest part. We don't really see each other. We just use each other as mirrors, hoping someone else's reflection will make us forget how broken we are. Sometimes I imagine disappearing, not in some dramatic way, not a headline, not a tragedy, just fading out. No calls, no messages, no one asking where I went. Isolation isn't scary anymore. It feels like the only honest place left. When you're alone, at least the silence doesn't lie. It doesn't pretend to love you. It doesn't pretend to care. I dream about a room with no windows, no clocks, just me and the sound of my own breathing. No performance, no masks. No weight of other people's expectations. And the strangest part, the more I think about cutting every string, the freer I feel. Like maybe the real life starts where society ends. You ever wonder if life was meant to mean anything at all? We're born, we struggle, we cling to moments of joy, but the ending is always the same. No one escapes the silence waiting at the end. People dress death up with rituals, with flowers and prayers, like it's less terrifying if we decorate it. But death doesn't care about our ceremonies. It erases names, faces, entire histories, until even the memory of you becomes dust. So I ask myself, if the finish line is oblivion, what's the point of running at all? Maybe existence is just a cruel joke, a brief flicker of light before endless dark. So here we are, me talking, you listening. Maybe none of what I said makes sense, or maybe it's the same storm you've been carrying too. I don't pretend to have answers. Hell, I barely have the right questions. But I know this. When words reach another human being, they stop being just noise inside one head. So if you've stayed with me through this darkness, maybe you saw a piece of yourself in it. And maybe that's the whole point. Not to escape the weight, not to solve it, but just to know we're not as alone as we think. And now, we reach the edge of this conversation. No dramatic punchlines, no revelations that change everything. Just you, me, and a quiet moment between us. Maybe tomorrow the world will still be heavy, and maybe the noise will return. But for a second, right here, right now, we shared a space where thoughts could breathe. So I'll leave you with this. Keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and don't be afraid of the shadows inside. They're part of the map that shows who you really are. Thanks for listening.